When we're going live for the strippers, make it hell and make it hell. I see you guys this. First, let's get the intro. Three, two. Hey, welcome back to the Full Letter Nerd, a Hyrule Geekix Unlimited production. Today we're going to start off the show a little bit different. This is Mayhem all November. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my very good friend, Mr. Reginald Rasanga, to speak on something that I think is worth talking about. Reggie, could you please kindly tell us what's going on?
Yes, gladly. So, this is going to be, this is a bit tough. As some people may or may not know, I actually do live in the city of Colorado Springs. I literally live 2 stoplights away from the tragedy that happened this past Saturday night. And as someone that loves to go dancing, I was literally out dancing with one of my best friends as this happened, and I didn't realize it was happening until after I got home. And Club Q I've been going to Club Q since before they actually had a DJ stand. It was literally a platform of cinder blocks and plywood in the corner. And I'd go there off and on with my friends. We started going back more recently when our oldest child lived with us because they are trans, as is their partner. And so we're like, hey, you're in Colorado Springs. This place is very open to these kinds of things. We've got just a place to take you. And we took them there, and, they had a good time. And it's just, for what happened to have happened, it's just, it upsets me greatly. It's just, it's something that needs to not happen. I can't even talk about it, right? But it's just one of those things that just affects the community and everyone in it. And it was terrible. And our LGBTQ community, they're recovering, but they're not there yet. I know so many people that are helping out, so many people that are giving helping hands and just doing their best to bring everyone together in this moment. And so this show, I'm sorry that it started on such a low note, but I want to start this one with a moment of silence for the lives that we did lose for this. And then we can pick up the show from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence. All right. Thank you all for that.
Thank you. So I'm going to bring in the rest of my guests because normally I like to crack jokes, but as this is a serious issue, first of all, let's bring in Bergie, my man Bergie. What's going on?
Evening, gents. How are we?
And Kat, of course.
Hi.
Hey.
Reggie, thank you for those beautiful words.
Yes. Of course.
We here at the Full Letter Nerd definitely promote acceptance, tolerance, and above all, just love and respect. So once again, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody affected by this. I've never been to the club. It sounds great, and I'm really sorry that this happened. Thank you once again, Reggie, for bringing that awareness.
Of course.
That said, it's almost Turkey Day.
Right.
We get to spend time with our families and be thankful for the things that we have. And we've got a pretty good show.
I think we do. I think we do.
We got Bergie and Kat. They're okay. And then you got me hosting. And then, you apparently.
Wait till you're not host.
I don't, you know what? You know what's crazy? I think I'm the best host you guys have had. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give myself a 10. I think I'm the best host. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, we need a vote at the end of the year. Who was the best host and why was it Mayhem?
All I got to say is wait. Who's got the only meme from the show going right now? Who's got that meme?
I don't know. What meme?
I
What
got
meme you
that.
talk about? You know, there's no meme. All right, so let's get into this today. We wanted to talk about movies we continuously watch again and again and again, and movies we'll never watch again. We burn them dumpster fires. And you know what? Somebody told me that Burgie had the list that we all need to see. Sassy
Ooh.
Burgie,
Ooh.
are you
Was-
ready to go over your list?
I guess I'll start off with the best list of the night. I mean,
Oh, the
it's gonna
best
be
list
tough.
of
It's
the
gonna
night.
be tough on how you guys top it. You know, I'm just saying.
All
I'll bring my A game.
I don't know, Burgie.
All right.
The critic
So
is here.
the critic.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm
Everything's
ready.
in the order that everyone sent it to me, and so as you
All right.
sent it, as it will be shown.
All right. So drop it up at number 3 there for me, sir.
Number 3. How many did you pick?
I didn't know what we were supposed to do, so I picked 3 movies I watched
You
continuously,
didn't give us a
and
list,
one I
okay?
hate. I
You
don't
didn't
like
give
to
us
watch.
a list.
So
It was the movie. You know what?
The
It's
movie.
cool. I'm down. I'm down to hear all
It's okay.
2. Let's go.
You've got
Let's go.
multiples. It's okay. You're
I know.
okay.
I do. I have 2 each. We're good.
See,
We're
everyone
good.
got multiples. All right. So for me, like this was one of the movies, The Matrix, back in I think it was like 95 or 96 when this came out. I was absolutely obsessed with this movie. Keanu Reeves came off as a player in Neo, and I absolutely love this movie. You got Lawrence Fishburne, you got Pantalones, you've got so many great characters, and the cast that they did with this. And this is where they started with the Wachowski did, where they did the bullet time. And the way
Yes.
you saw him, the martial arts moves, and the way it just came about, it was just absolutely fantastic. Nothing we had seen on TV at the time like this.
Yep.
And I remember this did led into, this was one of the scenes, and I remember this was absolutely phenomenal catching this on like the TV and then seeing how they watch it in, you know, the coding and stuff. And then I got obsessed with this, and I had this as my wall screen, my wallpaper, and my lock screen on my work computer. And my bosses used to always be like, "Why do you have this?" I'm like, "It's Matrix." They had no idea what it was from. So huge into this. I absolutely love this movie. We got it was not Viggo Mortensen. Oh my god, he played Red Skull.
Hugo Weaving.
Hugo
Hugo
Weaving.
Weaving.
Thank you. Hugo Weaving,
welcome.
basically on Red Skull. I mean, this was cutting edge at the time. This is one of these movies when it's on, I stop,
Yeah.
I watch it no matter what. I absolutely love this
It's
movie.
a marvel no matter when you watch it. Plus,
Yeah.
Yeah, it aged
I
very
went.
well.
I still to this day. There's a guy that I work with named Mark Anderson, and every time I talk to him, it's always, "Hello, Mr.
Mr.
Anderson."
Anderson.
Like, how can you not? How can you not? Now, mind you, he thought it was a Seinfeld reference, but we're not even going to touch that right now.
It's so great too, because you have so many great lines from this and stuff like that. It's Mr. Anderson, you know, like the way
Yeah.
he said that, it was just phenomenal. The 3 after this definitely don't hold up as well as this first one did,
No.
but this
Yeah.
one was amazing.
Although the graphics are probably more fluid, I would think from the second on, like that ages very well. It's just the story, the acting was like it aged very well. You're 100% right, Bergie.
Carrie Ann Moss,
Yeah.
freaking phenomenal.
Carrie
I
Ann
did
Moss,
love Trinity.
she was in Memento,
Yes.
phenomenal movie as well.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
all these guys have done
Ooh, Bergie,
phenomenal
you are
jobs with
kicking
their
it.
casting,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, in the spirit of Matrix, can we quickly name a scene that we loved? I'm gonna start with Kat. Name the scene from this movie, just one scene.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
From this movie in particular, and the reason why I call this scene is because the
Mm-hmm.
premise of this film, she needed to learn how to fly a helicopter, so she just downloaded it into her brain, and then she was an expert
Right.
pilot. Who does not want that power? Like, who
I would
does
love
not?
that power right now. Come on now.
So that scene has always just that whole rooftop scene into the helicopter and flying away, and like that was iconic. So that's the scene that I'm gonna give it to my girl Trinity.
Okay, Reggie, real quick.
It's the most iconic one. Just open his eyes. I know kung fu. Like, bruh, show me. You know it? Show me that kung fu. And proceeds to stomp a mud hole in him.
Okay,
You think that's air you're breathing?
that was that's amazing. Reggie, Bergie.
Damn you, Reggie. I was gonna say, like, that was like one of the key scenes in that whole thing when he's done. He's like, he's a machine. He's like, I know kung fu. Show me, like that. But
Yeah.
if you go with that, I think one of the best ones after that was where he fought Mr. Smith.
Yep.
Agent Smith in the train tunnel and seeing that and running through, and he figured it out. That like he believed in it, and just where he went like this and went, and he just
Yes.
brought him on like, come on
Yeah.
in, like
Yeah.
you're about to
The
get
whole
your
way,
butt whooped,
yeah.
like let's go.
Yeah.
That to me was phenomenal. There's so many great scenes in this movie. It was absolutely amazing. What about
Ray,
you, ma'am?
Ray.
Oh, well, no one's saying it's the best movie ever made. They're saying
No.
it's the best of the Matrix ones, and
Yes.
it's definitely highly rewatchable.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
what we're
definitely
Yes.
rewatchable all day.
For me, it's the subway scene. That subway scene for me at the end was just phenomenal. I mean, it had some really great moments, but the subway scene was amazing because at that point he's getting so much better and more prolific at fighting Mr. Anderson, and he's still losing to an extent, but he's able to hold his own, which is amazing. So we're kind of like holding our breath, like, is he gonna die right now? Especially when the subway was gonna run him over.
Yeah.
So
Are they one of the most iconic lines too is like him dodging bullets, and like in the end he won't even have to.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, ooh, that's better.
Then when they both run out of bullets, click, click. I
Or
got
like this
empty.
is the first time, because the original time they used this effect with a camera, I think was a Gap commercial, but it was the first time used in film where you have Trinity like jump up and the camera like
Yes.
pans
the
around really
360?
fast. Yeah, that just that alone was unseen before and used in that way. Very smartly done. I wish they had kept up the momentum, but I think the pressure to continue to put out films kind of
Yeah.
And you think about it,
You know,
like
is
they
what
changed a
happens.
lot of the way some of the directing is done nowadays with
Oh,
some of the fight
absolutely.
sequences, those camera angles, the way they did it. It was definitely groundbreaking and revolutionizing, which I think probably helped with some of the stuff from Marvel and some of the newer stuff from Star Wars that they might have done some of the camera angles and developed some of the equipment for it. So I think it was phenomenal. The Wachowski sisters did a phenomenal job with this.
All right, let's move forward. What's your number 2?
My number 2 movie that I can sit there and watch no matter what is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay.
This is one of those movies. I'm not gonna lie, man. Back in the day, when this came on TV, I remember one day it was like I called out of work.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to call out. It was on TV. I called out. I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling good. I'm not coming into work today. It's Ferris Bueller. Come on. Matthew Broderick, like, what he did, the iconicness of this as a ultimate skip day, beating the principal at his own game, going on a tour of Chicago, the Sausage King. Come on.
Being in the parade.
Yeah, right.
Singing in the parade.
Singing, dancing. He's at Wrigley Stadium. He's at a Cubs game. He catches a foul ball. I mean, this dude experienced what we would do in like a month in like 4 hours. Like
hacking into the computer to change his grades and his absences.
I mean, yeah.
And seeing now the way they set that up, where he would like go to sleep and he'd ring the doorbell and the noise and stuff like that. Absolutely phenomenal what they did with this movie. This is like the ultimate, movie where you want to skip. Sloan, you got Sloan, you got his best friend there. Come on, Cameron, the car he had where they thought if they put it in reverse, it would take the miles off.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Come on. And then he just beats the snot out of that car and it falls out the back. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, that boy's dead. Like, because every dad back then would have beat the snot out of you. You would have been dead.
For a Corvette like that, yes.
Hell yeah, Corvette. Oh my God. This is one of those movies that, like, the sequences and what they did in it, it was just absolutely phenomenal. Jennifer Grey was in this. You also have Charlie Sheen was in this. Yep. You've got some great actors that were in this movie and got their start. Jennifer Grey more towards, Dirty Dancing, but this is where they got their start. Broderick's another one that got his start in this movie. This is just one of those movies that is an all-time.
This was Mia Sara at her best. This is around her Labyrinth, or excuse me, Legend times as well.
Oh yes,
so, yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have to say, Ferris gave us all very bad advice, which was to lick our palms because cleanliness is what sells illness. That is absolutely not accurate. I do not recommend you trying that.
Yeah. How's that? You tried it, didn't you?
No, do that.
Absolutely not. I didn't try that.
Oh, okay. Some of us.
My parents are Portuguese. We don't get sick days.
Okay. I remember when we were kids, like you tried to always get out. You have the little thermometer, you put it near the heat, and then you put it back in your tongue. It usually burns your tongue because you put it near the lamp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bad move, man.
Yeah. Now my parents are West Indian. I have to work on if I'm sick and half dead.
Yeah.
You still had a job to do.
You know.
Yep.
Let's go on to the first one. Definitely.
My number one movie that I can watch no matter what time it is, where it is, and whatnot. And this is just one of my all-time favorite classic movies from when I was a kid. Is The Goonies. Now, a lot of you guys know everybody from here. You got Josh Brolin there. That's Cable. That's Thanos right there holding on. I mean, think of the characters that they had in this. Sean Astin, who we know from Lord of the Rings, who we know from,
Rudy.
51st Dates, Rudy, and that's why I love it when people sit there, like, when they're like, oh, I know him from here. I'm like, no. This is where I first met him, was this. You got Data there from this and also from Indiana Jones. And now he was in the multiverse movie with, oh my God, the Everywhere at Once, that multiverse movie.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah. And also we have one of the Coreys in this. Like, you got one of the Coreys in this as well.
Right.
So this to me was one of these movies, and Joey Pantalones was in this movie as well. Mama Fratelli, you got Sloth. Like, when you were a kid, you watched this. I remember when I was a kid and my parents used to take me to Jamestown and we'd go looking at the beaches. I used to always look for caves because of this damn movie.
Yeah.
I always wanted to find a treasure. I always went hunting for a treasure or go
hey, the house is for sale.
Yeah, $1.7 million they want for that house now.
They've kept it in pristine. Yep. I mean, you just look at that house and you picture the truffle shuffle.
Oh God, the truffle shuffle.
And Mouth's iconic Spanish translation to that poor maid. He told her that she was going to be locked up for 2 weeks with the cockroaches without food or water.
Miss
she did a bad job.
With the other stuff.
Always separate your drugs.
I mean,
or like, don't go into the attic. That's where I forgot their last name. Puts his sexual torture devices. I can't speak. Yeah.
And then you had Sloth, who Chunk. I'm sorry, which was the compulsive liar. That Michael Jackson came to his house, and we all had kids like that in the neighborhood and stuff. Like,
because they had to say the things to get attention. It's like, I want attention too. Look at me. I did this outrageous thing, and they know no one's gonna believe them. But
anyone that had this kind of
stick with it.
Yeah, everyone that had this kind of play with your friends outside until the streetlight lamps came on childhood can look at every member of this cast and think of someone in real life that they know that fits one of these.
Oh, you know this
God,
movie?
yes.
Okay.
I'm such a fan of the movie and everything like that. I have like the 25th anniversary edition of the movie and stuff. And it comes with like a board game. It comes with stills, DVD, everything like that. I've got this signed by a couple of cast members. Like, this is to me one of my all-time favorite movies, and it brings me back to my childhood. Spending time with the friends, and you knew where everyone was because you drove around the neighborhood. You saw the bikes. You knew where they were. It wasn't no Find My Friends, no iPhone app. There was no,
Find My Friends.
It wasn't like the Snapchat thing where you can see where everyone is.
Oh, yeah.
You drove around on a bicycle and you saw 7 bikes in front of somebody's house. You knew that's where everyone was. That was the days, man. But this is one of those movies that I can watch over and over and over again, and I still probably watch it once or twice a month if it's on the background. Even if I'm doing laundry, doing something, this is on. I watch this. This is one of my favorite.
Now, movies. I have to ask you, Bergie, have you ever seen the version with the octopus?
Yes.
There's an octopus.
Yes. The end scene where they fought One-Eyed Willie, there's a sequence that they actually cut out, and it was with the octopus in it, and they had to fight them off to get out and to get back onto the rocks and stuff. So
Patrick.
And I only saw it once when Disney put out the entire cut. Like, I have the DVD and the extended cut. It's not in there. So I've only seen it once.
And the one cool thing is too, is if you watch this too, they made a music video with Cyndi Lauper, and it was with a lot of the WWF at the time wrestling people were in it. Captain Lou Albano was in it. You had, I think Captain Lou Albano was in it. I think Hulk Hogan was supposedly in it. Iron Sheik was in it, so they had a lot of stuff that they combined Hollywood with wrestling and the music, and it was something that was never done at the time. This was groundbreaking.
Yeah, and Captain Lou Albano played her father in the Girls Just Want to Have Fun video as well. So yeah.
Yep.
He's also Mario.
Patrick, definitely when you get a chance, maybe on Disney right now, definitely check it. It's definitely worth it.
I'm pretty sure it's on Disney.
I wasn't sure. I haven't looked for it. I've only seen it 3 times in my life, and
I just don't know if you're going to see the octopus in it.
No, probably not.
Because, for a long time at the end, when they're telling the sheriffs what happened, they're like, the octopus was really scary. And he's like, octopus? And I'm like, wait, now they're lying? No, there really was
It
an
really
octopus.
was.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
I
So,
see this version now.
do you have any honorable mentions, Mr. Burgee?
I didn't put any video clips up or anything like that, but one of my honorable mentions that I love watching still to this day, and I know it was one we razzed on last week, but if you think about it, Star Wars. Star Wars, the original 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. When those are on TV, I watch them if they're in the background, stuff like that. Those are like 3 things that I watch. Those are my honorable mentions and stuff.
Good choices.
But that's mine.
All right. Burgee, I'm not gonna lie. I like your list. I hate your honorable mentions. And
so good.
So I think
hate is such a strong word.
I dislikely hate. So I'm gonna give you an 8.5 right now with the potential of a 9. No, I'm gonna give you an 8 because we only do whole numbers. I'm gonna give you an 8 with a potential of a 9, but I need to hear everybody else's. Okay.
All right.
But so far, I'm not gonna lie. You start off with a banger. The Matrix. You're trying to make me like you, Burgee. All right, you're trying to make me like you.
I'm trying. I gotta bring my A game. I've been away for a little while, so I gotta show up.
Normally we'd go to Cat, but today we're doing.
Hold on, wait.
Wait, he has to do the ones he'll never watch again.
Yeah.
Oh, I still got more.
I thought we were gonna do everything. We're like, okay. No, I apologize. All right, so then, Burgee, tell us the ones you don't like.
So the one movie I put up here that I will never watch again, I can't stand.
I agree with you on this movie.
Stand this movie.
I can't stand the person in the movie.
Yes, this movie is an abomination on movies. If anybody's ever seen Tom Green,
I never watched it. I didn't like him. I stayed far away. I thought he was the worst part of Charlie's Angels.
This movie is absolutely horrendous. Tom Green and Freddie got fingered, and it is just so bad. This movie is just like, wow, like it's just horrible, like just so bad. I think I'd rather get a root canal.
This scene right here.
Yeah, well, so I didn't want to put
like some sauce.
Yeah, like he's sitting there and he's like covered in a meat suit, and he's got things on, and he's playing the piano thing, and he's sitting there doing. I'm just like, oh my god, like this movie is so bad.
Those are sausages on strings.
He's got sausages on strings from little pulleys, and it's on his fingers. And as he's playing the piano, he's sitting there saying, "Daddy, would you like some sausages? Some sausages?" And he's doing, and the sausages are moving up and down. But from this angle, they kind of look like penises. I'm not gonna lie. So this doesn't look right. But this movie is so bad. And the worst part is, like, Rip Torn was actually in this movie, and Rip Torn is a phenomenal actor, and I love the dude. But man, you slummed it in this movie.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
This movie is horrible. Please never watch it.
I never will. Trust and believe.
All right.
I'm mad I saw that still.
He was just pumping out movies left and right, regardless of whether they were good or not. They're like, here, give him a movie. Give them MTV movies. Go. And
a lot of the MTV movies flopped so bad, but this is one that I remember watching, and my boy Fusco wanted to watch it. And he's like, come on, we'll watch this. I was like, all right, fine, we'll watch it. We went to the theater. I wanted to leave midway through it, but I was like, I have to stay and watch this train wreck. And it was a train wreck. This movie's bad. I'm telling you.
All right, what else you got for us? Because was that it?
That was it. That was the only one I put down for a movie I will never ever watch again, because I wanted to leave with 3 good ones and 1 bad one. That was my 1 bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thank you. I think if it's as bad as you're saying, that counts as 3.
Oh, trust me, it is.
It is bad. It is god awful.
Reginald, it's your time to shine.
Reginald.
Oh, is it my time to shine?
Your government name. Oh my.
I know he came with the government name.
Wait, is that your actual name? Because I just called you that. I just called you that just because I'm a bad
my government, man. Why
friend.
you trying to call me out like that?
Mayhem. I'm a bad friend. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Movies that you like.
Actually, no. I reversed it. I had to reverse it because I had to get this out my system before I can talk about the goodness of the ones that I chose.
Okay.
All right.
So 1 and 2, I'm gonna do them together because they run together, because that's how they filmed them, and I'm gonna talk about them together. And this first picture explains exactly how I feel about what I'm about to talk about. That's how I feel. That face right there, that's how I feel.
Totally.
This
Oh,
I was hyped for this movie, and then I watched the first fight scene. They did.
I love that this picture has residual tape on it.
yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? They didn't use their weapons at all. It's like, what happened? And then, like, as I got to be an adult, I read all the adult parent groups like, hey, you can't be using ninja weapons on people in the movies. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why they couldn't use any of their weapons anymore.
He beat a man up with sausages instead of nunchucks.
So
I was so confused when I watched this in a movie theater. I'm like, you've got nunchucks in your hand.
There have been 2 sausage references within the last 5 minutes.
Actually, 3, if you think about it. The Sausage King of Chicago, too. Like, we've got 3 sausage references. This is great.
I think we hit our quota for today. 1 sausage
for the year.
We're done.
I'm sorry. I watched it and I wanted more action, and I didn't get what I was expecting. It has,
but you got Vanilla Ice.
You stay out of this. That's coming up. Exactly. That's a big reason right there. That right there. She knows. She knows.
Go Ninja.
She knows.
Go Ninja. Go.
Yeah. Anyway, I tried to enjoy this movie. Stop.
You know it's the dance they did too. Come on.
Yes.
Stop. I was expecting Bebop and Rocksteady, and they gave me this.
Toka and Reza.
They gave me babies. You brought me babies. What? Why?
Oh my God.
Why? Why? No. Everyone was like, Turtles 2, we're definitely getting Bebop and Rocksteady. They're like, yeah, mutants are coming in. Like, yeah, we're getting Bebop and Rocksteady. What the is this?
It's the knockoff version. They sold really well with kids.
This is the Five Below version.
Right?
Not even. Five Below is Gucci. This is like the Dollar Tree version.
No.
This is the Wish version.
Right?
They definitely took rejected Power Rangers
from Wish. This is what happened. Right? Right? Rejected Power Ranger villains. He knows. They know.
Yes.
There's like one redeeming quality of this movie. This ain't it, because he's like, oh, I'm gonna be a dummy. I'm gonna poke him in the face and hit him with some sausage. Oh no. I'm sorry, this isn't the sausage scene. This is the foam bat scene.
Oh, yeah.
Because can't hit him with the nunchucks anymore.
Nope. Parents
hit him with
mad.
sausages. Hit him with foam bats.
Imagine telling parents to parent their own child and don't bring them to the movie if they can't control them. Imagine that.
Come on now. Let's not be
America.
Ridiculous here.
America, use your nunchucks as sausage instead.
Right? You can't hit that.
What did we say about that word?
It's a viable weapon against the hand or the Foot Clan,
if
or whatever
frozen,
them ninjas are called.
No, they were just hanging up in the meat store.
Oh my God!
Anybody who has been hit
frozen
in the
meat.
face. I was gonna say, who's been hit in the face by a kielbasa? I guess you know the power.
That is a kink I don't want to discuss. Okay?
We don't kink shame here.
I'm not kink shaming. I'm just kink not accepting. I don't want to talk about it. Is all I'm saying.
Mia.
All right, so this is the one redeeming scene of this entire movie right here. This is right here. I laughed the hardest at this. I didn't laugh at just much of anything else. It's quiet. It's a little too quiet. This is easy. It's a little too easy. Look, it's rough. It's a little too rough. And that was the biggest joke for me in this movie. This scene right here. It was hilarious.
Listen,
I enjoyed it.
Can we just give them props for the Muppet puppetry they did? Because
how
did they make
that
those
will
suits
never
talk?
not get props. Henson killed it. Killed it. And fun fact, one of the turtles that currently goes on tour for the turtle shows, I actually got to work with him and actually help him in the suit and help him with his show. Those suits are crazy hot.
Yeah.
I see why they put fans in these ones. The first turtle suits didn't have fans. Those dudes are passing out left and right. Second turtle suits, they put fans in them. They passed out less.
That residual check must be amazing. All right.
Corey Feldman.
Let's move on, shall we?
How if you drink the mutagen, does your clothes change? He drank it.
He looks like a queen alien, but weird, like on a diet, like a bad diet.
He drank the mutagen, and instead of himself changing, his armor changed, and he became Kevin Nash.
This is Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
I actually thought Road Warriors, but okay.
No, this is actual wrestler Kevin Nash.
Yep.
All right.
And that
Oh, under the suit. I thought you meant.
Yep.
I thought you meant the suit.
He was Super Shredder.
Yes.
Yep.
And then the number one reason I cannot stand this movie that the wife just pointed out to you that
I mean, never gonna give you up, go ninja. Go. Mad Max meet TMT. Yeah,
Right?
Fair enough.
this,
Listen.
and we're done with that one. So on to the next one, Turtles 3. This
one was bad.
debacle.
This was bad.
The suits got worse somehow.
Yeah,
the suits
they
got
did.
worse.
Can we zoom in on the picture real quick?
Oh,
You don't want to.
Oh my god.
Look how these suits they went downhill. I don't know how they went downhill.
Yeah,
but
they got way worse.
Bring the suits from the first two movies. Oh, we lost the first set and they're all rotted, and we don't know what we did with the second set.
Hmm?
Oh my god.
I could
story.
I can tell you I know where one of the Raphael suits is.
Oh.
Who bought it?
It's in my boss's office.
Oh nice.
I'm not joking. I've actually worn the Raphael head. That thing is insane to put on and get off. It is insane.
Yes, dude. Helping a man into that kind of outfit is ridiculous. And you need help to get in that. You ain't getting it on your own.
Look at the eyes on this one too for Leonardo. He looks so bad.
He looks so stoned.
And when
he looks like I was gonna say he looks like he's on drugs.
When did they get like eczema or something on their skin? Like, look at him. Like,
yeah,
it's splotchy.
I've never seen a turtle in the wild with spots like this.
Right?
What?
It's the pizza. It's giving them acne.
Yeah.
The best thing
that's turtle acne
was the toys. The toys was the best part of this movie.
Yeah,
because that was one of the best turtle figures I ever owned. Was that Donatello plus the regular Donatello? But the movie, trash. The storyline, trash. Why is April gotta be? Look at her.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah,
let's move on.
I'll definitely give you these. Were definitely the worst.
This
okay.
piece of. I didn't finish watching this. If I could show you how many Transformers I own, you'd be like, oh, you love all the Transformers. No, I hate the Bayverse. I hate the Bayverse. I do like the new Bumblebee. That was dope. I like most of the animated stuff. Actually, I like all the animated stuff that's not Beast Wars. I don't like Beast Wars. But I turned this movie off when they introduced the Decepticons a third of the way in, because they straight up went and stole from Ocean's 11 the intro to the bad guys. And I'm like, I'm watching this. Like, I want to get these guys out of robot jail. I want this guy, bing, bing, his name, and the action shot. And I'm like, they did not just fucking do this, did they? And they did. And they did. And I'm like, I was already upset with this movie, with how.
It sounds like we got an Optimus Prime in the background somewhere,
right? And make it like, yeah, friends are gonna fight. That happens. But I'm sorry, Merlin had a transformer, and that's why he had magic. What? King Arthur was a transformer. What? Why? Michael Bay. Why? Who wrote this? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna watch Rise of the Beast. I'm not. I'll probably watch it in passing. Like if somebody else has it on, I'll glance at it, scoff, and keep going about my life. I'm not gonna sit down in the seats and watch it like I did with the first three. Well, it's not gonna happen.
They're supposed to introduce Unicron. Unicron's supposed to be in it.
And this. They're the Quintessons. They have 5 faces and
yeah, this was bad.
This was a bad movie. Like at this point,
was bad.
It was just all about getting you to go to the theaters to watch Optimus Prime have some kind of conflict with himself.
Exactly. And I don't know
Thank you. Love you though.
what it was, but it was bad.
But this is
and then this. Oh my God! When I saw this, I'm like, I'm sorry. Did you turn my Dinobots into baby dinosaurs?
Yeah, this is the Land Before Time.
What?
Jumper!
Baby dinosaurs are not. Who gave birth to them? Because somebody didn't make them. All of a sudden, there's 4 baby dinosaurs running around this house. No.
I kind of want one of them to sit there and go, "Not the mama."
Right?
Oh,
This
that's
one right there.
great.
Not the mama.
That was great. Not the mama.
Not the mama. Exactly.
You gotta say it in that voice.
No.
Oh man.
Okay,
All
I
right.
got that out. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing Optimus Prime. Can you please share
What
the
do
ones
you
that you
like
like?
to
Yeah,
watch?
what do you like? And how, I want to see how
What
it
do
goes.
I like? I like Aladdin. I will always
Oh.
watch Aladdin. Always. I'll
Okay.
watch it and I'm gonna sing it.
Mhm.
Because I do karaoke to Aladdin. Like whenever the wife and I used to go out to karaoke, she would open up with Love Shack and I would open up with Aladdin.
Okay.
Which song? Because I'm
It was
curious.
either A Friend Like Me or Alibaba.
Fair enough.
He's
Great
a whole
choices.
new world.
Great
He likes a whole new world.
Right.
A whole new. Don't you dare close your eyes. What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Yes.
He knew it.
It's my favorite Disney movie. I love it. I've owned it multiple times.
Yeah.
The second one does not exist. The third one is dope.
Yes.
That's all I got to say. And I do like the live action because I know how to separate the live action from the animated.
I thought they
One
did
is
a
a
good job
retelling
with the
of
live
the
action.
story that this is based on. I'm okay with that. They weren't trying to do the live action to take the place of the animated. They're like, hey, let's do live action, see how that goes for everybody. People lost their minds. I don't know why. It's a great movie. If you like Aladdin, watch Aladdin. If you like Aladdin, watch Aladdin. If you like Aladdin like I like Aladdin, watch both Aladdins. Plain and simple.
Have you actually seen the Broadway? They do a Broadway of this too. It's actually really good.
I have not seen. So I'm not that cultured. I don't live on the coast where Broadway is. I've not seen fancy plays. I've seen high school plays and janky college plays, and none of them were good like this.
All right, fair.
So yeah, no, but yeah, Aladdin is. Yeah, I love this movie. I will always watch Aladdin.
Robin Williams, come on, it's the genie.
Right?
You can't
Right?
go wrong.
Exactly. And yeah, always gonna watch it. Up next.
Have you ever seen the outtakes on the animated
Oh
for
my
Aladdin?
God,
And
yes.
all of the outtakes that he did and all that they filmed. They said they
Yes.
could make another movie just based on all his outtakes that he did.
Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely
And it
insane.
was crazy. And because I love the movie. So yeah, and they just like, Robin, you're in the booth. Go. This is what we're going on about. And he would just go and go. And I was like, oh my God. And yeah, he was.
Well, you know,
dope.
he made Ferngully before this, and that's why they wanted him for it.
Yep.
And that they said they weren't going to use him for production of toys and selling of merchandise, but Disney they lied, right? And that's what began their tumultuous relationship, which is why he wasn't in the second one. I forgot who they brought in. I forgot the name, but
it was someone trying their best Robin Williams in voice.
It wasn't so bad. It was somebody. And then you know, by the time he did come back in the third one, it was like the magic was gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's Robin Williams, but the interest in the movie wasn't there. I would argue.
He was there a little. The cartoon series kept it a little bit alive because
That
the
is
guy
true.
in the cartoon series did a good job of doing the voice where he wasn't trying to be Robin Williams. He was trying to be the zany genie, and that was dope.
Fair enough.
So, and this is my next one. Even though some people won't like it because of how it goes, I love me some Scott Pilgrim. I'm going to watch me some Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim's good.
Yes,
this movie is dope. When I first watched it, I was blown away. And then all the people we got out of this movie that blew up, like for real, like seriously. I'm sorry, that's Captain America. That's Superman in the Atom. And that's Michael Cera. I love me some Michael Cera. That's also why I watch it. I like Michael Cera. He's that kid that accidentally ended up on the set, and they're like, "Oh, you're this actor." Shoved him in the movie, and he's just like, "I'm not going to tell him I'm not an actor, so let me go ahead and do this." And that's how I feel about him.
This movie was dope for sure.
It was, and the way they shot it, the scenes, it was great. And of course, you know, it's like my seven evil ex-boyfriends. You mean my 7 evil exes? You had a sexy face. It's like, bro, come on now, Scott. You poor innocent summer child.
Wasn't Captain Marvel in this too?
Yes, that is his evil ex.
Yeah, that's his Evil X. Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean,
That is
come on.
his Evil
You have
X.
like a bunch of Marvel and DC characters all came from this movie. Like
It's a testament to the casting for this film.
Yes.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And Mary Elizabeth Winstead, even though she hasn't had like super big roles since this, she's had some okay roles. Huntress was hit and miss, more so miss than hits.
Oh,
but
an Arrow.
Yeah. Well,
and Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
that's what it was. That's right. Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right.
it was all right, but she did good with what they gave her. Just like Ben Affleck, he
This
did good
movie
with
was
what they gave
fantastic,
him.
though.
Yeah.
And and I played a video game of this. I've owned this game like 3 times. I now have like the I have to step down from the Super Ultimate Collection because I didn't have $400 to get all the pins and the music that went with it. But I got the one that was like $400. Yes.
Reggie,
I got the $120 version.
Reggie is rich. Reginald is
No.
rich. Hit him up.
I don't have the $400 version. I got the $120
The fact
version.
that you considered it and got the $120. Listen, for $5 a day, you can be my best friend.
No, it's just that because I read the books first and I'm like, this is great. Watched the movie, that was great. The game came out, that was great. And it's just, this is how young love was when this movie came out. It wasn't clean, it wasn't neat, it wasn't tidy. It's messy AF. That's all there is to it. With this person, kind of sort of not seeing them, start seeing this person, kind of sort of seeing them both at the same time, get dropped by both of them. Go back to this one, but then that one goes back. It was dirty. Yes, maybe he should have ended up with knives, but that's okay.
Yeah. All right.
But yes, I enjoy me some Scott Pilgrim. And my number one is, of course, Transformers, the movie. The OG. The OG.
Okay. All right.
I got to watch it. And yeah, it's Transformers. I grew up on this. I watched this in the movie theater. And this is the second time I've ever cried in a movie theater. The first time was E.T. This was the second time, of course.
Really?
Yeah, Optimus Prime died, bruh.
Optimus Prime, bro.
I understand he died. No, but I was there. I saw it. But, I'm just saying, like, you cried for this?
I was 6 years old when this movie came out. They killed Optimus Prime.
Right?
In the movie theater, bawling.
In my face.
I can think of better. I can think of better deaths.
Do you know that they contemplated pulling this out of the movie theater because
Charlotte's
kids were crying?
Web, okay, she helped this ham out from dying multiple times, and then she had to go.
I'm sorry,
right? Fox and the Hound.
Optimus
Some
Prime
people would argue
saved the
Bambi.
universe.
Yeah, but robots in disguise. Anyway,
Space
universe. All right, Charlotte's Web.
That pig was delicious. It tasted just like bacon.
I'm sure it did.
Deliciousness.
I didn't deserve that. I just said I feel. But I didn't even hate on you. Now I'm gonna hate. No. So far.
Yeah, no. I will always watch this movie because this defined a generation of kids right here. This movie did change things so much. They had to rewrite G.I. Joe, the movie that came out the next year, to say, we can't kill the leader of the good guys. He fell into a coma with a snake in his heart.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what?
So yeah, this is iconic for me. This, I will always watch this. And till all are one, light our darkest hour. You got touch.
So anyway, I'm gonna give you. I think this is well.
Wait. Honorable mention.
Oh, you have an honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh, fantastic!
God damn you!
If this movie's on, no matter where it is, I'm watching it.
Yeah,
I'm watching it.
I'm giving you an 8.
Inconceivable.
I'm giving you an 8, and I'm giving.
I think that means.
I'm gonna give you an 8. I'm gonna give Bergie a 9.
Who are you? I'm the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad.
No, don't make me call the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad.
Because that was amazing choices. We got to keep the show going because we're running out of time. Kat, baby, don't touch the mic. It's your turn. Please let us know your beautiful picks.
All right. Before I start, The Princess Bride is actually my favorite book and movie combination, and it was very, very. But I always try to pick not the obvious ones. But I also have to say, I watched Princess Bride and have read the books so many times that it's not my default movie anymore, but it still is absolutely one of my favorites. Those were great picks, Reggie, even though some of them I don't understand the visceralness of the hate, but I respect it.
It's there. It's
I
there.
respect it.
It's just in there.
So I don't remember what order I gave them to you. So
you gave me your favorites first.
Okay, so we're going to start with the good. Okay. I picked 2 favorites and 2 that I won't watch again, and they're for different reasons. So the first one, Reggie.
Of course.
The Two Towers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't not watch this film. And if I want something on that I can like kind of phase in and out of watching as I'm doing other things, this is always my go-to. Hobbit Day, always my go-to.
Yes.
Tolkien's Birthday, always my go-to. This is a masterpiece in filmmaking, and you cannot tell me. And I picked that particular scene because it gets me every effing time.
Yep.
The Theoden King stands alone. And then, here comes Éomer, and he's like, it's not alone. Rohirrim to the king. And then as the music swells and the light comes and that beautiful footage of the white horse leading the charge, you get chills every time. And even the extended versions, and when you learn Aragorn's age and things like that, which I already knew from the books, but you can't not pick up something new every time you watch this or appreciate something. It could have been something that you saw before and then kind of forgot, and then you get to rediscover it again. But I will always watch this film. I even have it downloaded on my phone, and that's what I watch on planes when I'm playing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I didn't put that. You did that?
Yes.
I didn't give you that one. Right?
Right.
So I don't remember giving you that. But yes, once again, that was Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. And then for my next pick, it was Krull.
Yes. Such a great movie.
You have Liam Neeson look there in the background, that cutie pie. And Robbie Coltrane, may he rest in paradise. I love this effing
love
movie.
This movie. Oh my God.
I wanted to be Alyssa so bad. That red hair, her clothing. She was the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I still think that she's one of the most beautiful women to have ever existed.
Fun fact, I wanted to be the magician.
He was amazing. He was hilarious.
Okay. Fair enough.
He was hilarious.
He
and
was.
Even like the characters, the spider web,
that scene
just
was
the
amazing.
storytelling. The final thing and the weapon, I forgot the name.
The glaive.
It was a glaive.
Thank you. The glaive. I can never not, that no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, if this is on, I will watch it with commercials. That's how much I love this movie. I will go to Pluto TV or Tubi TV because one of them is bound to have it, and I will watch that bad boy. But look at her. Look at how gorgeous she was. Those curls, the red hair.
This
I think this
movie
is where
was so incredible. It's like sci-fi meets like the Lord of the Rings fantasy style and that type. Oh, this is great pick, Kat. Oh my God, I totally forgot about this movie.
Sci-fi fantasy has always been my go-to genre, and this, as you just said, is like the perfect marriage of them both. Love this freaking movie.
Yep.
And then for the ones that I will never
He's
watch
like, where
again.
is it?
You know what? I'm sincerely considering getting onto Tubi after this and just watching it.
Oh, this movie is good.
No, it is
Oh
not.
my God.
Here we go.
No. I love the version. No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
No.
You know what? No, wait. Let Kat speak her piece.
I am stubborn, as you all know, and I will see something through to the bitter end because I'm too fucking stubborn to give up, especially if I made it in. I walked out of the theater for this movie. I had never done it before, and I have never done it since. This movie was that bad that I left the theater having spent my hard-earned whatever movies were at that time, $6? I don't even care. I'm more pissed off about that than like the $80 I spent at like Taco Bell buying food for 20 people.
Kat,
like, I don't know.
Kat, can you, for those that may not know that's watching this, can you tell us what the movie we're watching, please?
Celtic Pride.
Yep.
It's awful. And look at who they have in it.
I love how she paused and she's like, it's awful.
Oh my God.
That sounds like a tagline. Celtic Pride.
I can't. So basically, they're Celtic fans and they're not doing well. And they, they're very superstitious. They have to sit in the same seats. They have to wear the same socks. Otherwise, it jinxes the team. So they decide to kidnap him.
And he's the star of the Utah basketball team. He was the star.
So I can't tell you anything else about this movie because that's when I left. I have no idea what happens after
Oh my
this.
goodness.
And I won't even wiki it to find out what happens. I'm done. That's
Damn.
it. No, absolutely not. And it upsets me because based on who was cast in this film, I was ready to watch it. I didn't even care. I'm
Right?
not a big sport person, but you have Damon Wayans, Daniel Stern, and Dan Aykroyd. It had no business sucking this hard. I'm sorry.
And this is right after Handyman, and this is what they gave us.
I will go with it, Kat. This is a bad movie, but it's like one of those bad movies I like watching. Like because of the shitty humor in it and the shitty acting, I think this movie is hilarious. I like this
Why
one.
would you put if you want to punish yourself, step
Yep.
on a Lego. It will take
my
less
God.
of your time than this.
Probably just as painful.
She's out of line, but she's right.
She's out of line, but she's definitely right.
I can't ever watch this.
Okay.
But this is always the movie that I think of when they're like, what's the worst movie? And I can't even say it's the worst movie. I've never watched the whole thing. It was for me to politely get out of my seat and just walk out of the theater.
Wow.
And leave completely.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
that was pretty impactful. What was this in 1996? I don't even know. This is a film that broke my heart into a gajillion pieces, and I will never, ever, ever put myself through that again. This is from and I apologize if I say it wrong, Studio Ghibli, one of their animes called Grave of the Fireflies.
Gibby.
I've
Yeah.
never seen this one.
You didn't see. Oh,
Don't. It's awful.
Unless
It's
you can
about
watch
these
it,
siblings,
but
their
be ready.
children. They're orphans during a war. And it's the story of them dying of starvation because they're little kids and they can't survive on their own. And the older one does what he can to help his younger sibling, and the younger sibling passes first. And then you realize that the very beginning of the movie, which is the older brother, which you don't know it's him yet, dying in a subway station with like a little tin trying to collect money to feed himself, and he dies. And so it was meant to break your heart because it's based on actual events, but it's something that it's beautifully done, but it's the worst of, I don't want to use the word humanity, but it just shows you that these things, it doesn't just affect adults and like the scary men with the big guns and regimes. It's babies that are left to defend for themselves and they don't make it. And that's the harsh truth of war and just poverty. And it was so difficult to watch. Reggie, your face, I know you're the only other one in here that's watched it. Like it was one of those films that after it ended, I just sat there for like an hour with like tears running down my face because like I needed to like process it.
Yeah.
And now this is not a bad film. It's a beautiful film, but it will completely break you in watching it. It'll wreck you. So if you have a soft, empathetic heart, maybe not the movie for you.
I'm definitely not.
If you don't want it
watching
fucking with you.
Studio Ghibli,
yeah.
Studio Ghibli films are very, very proactive and teaching and letting people know about what's going on in the world in a sense. Generally hiding between fantasies or real life.
Right.
Like Princess Mononoke is about us cutting down the forest and what we're doing.
Spirited Away is about child slavery. So all of these films, they don't deal directly with what the film is talking about. And Grave of the Fireflies is probably the only one that is not fantasy based. It is real people, real time, no kind of fae, no kind of spirits, nothing like that. It's just these two little kids that have lost their family, have lost their support, and are struggling to survive without having the means to do anything and no one to help them. And it's like any parent's worst nightmare, but it should be any human's worst nightmare is the most helpless of us are children, the babies, not being left to fend for themselves with no chance of survival. It was a beautiful film that anime house puts out some amazing stuff, but it definitely is a heartbreaking, hard to watch and hard to kind of move on from film.
Kat, if you ever do one of those, if you could spend 1 penny a day commercials, I would save it because I think you would really do well in those. You know what I'm saying? In the arms of an angel.
I don't talk about it much, but I do give money and also do care packages. It's like a standing thing that I do at work. I just because it's one of those things where like I want to help everybody and I can't help anyone, you know, like but yeah, it's a great film. If you think you can get through it, by all means watch it, because it is a great film, but it will definitely break your heart.
Studio Ghibli for me saved you. You had some really good picks, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to give you an 8. All right, Reggie, because
plus
she has
one.
An 8+1. Yes, I give you. Yes, Reggie, because you have the 8, you've been bumped down to a 7. Okay, so we're gonna move forward. You thought I was gonna be nice? No, we're gonna be full. No. I gotta kind of run through this because we do have some announcements. So let's go through this. Great picks, nonetheless, guys. I will say that you guys are really hitting me. I wanted to bring up Princess Mononoke as one of my favorite films, but I thought Reggie and or Kat was gonna pick it, so I didn't pick it. It's in fact, it's because of that. It's because of that film particularly that used to show on HBO. I think at like 12 after at night, back when we had cable boxes and whatnot. It's what got me into anime. I mean, everybody was watching Dragon Ball Z and, you know, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim and all that good stuff. But that movie particularly, Princess Mononoke, was like, yo, they draw
Nausicaa is my favorite, but Princess Mononoke seems to be very, very popular.
Amazing.
Mononoke was amazing.
If you haven't watched it, it's beautifully. So let's do this. First up is pull it up on the screen for me, please.
You gonna give me that bullshit ass score and then go ask me to put your stuff on the screen.
Do your job. Show up to work. Do your job. You get to put a banner of hater on me. You know what I'm saying? So you're good.
The book, the big.
This is what he sent me.
Hold on.
This is what he sent me.
Go to the slide to the right. I also put the actual screen, but I wanted it was so.
I guess movie, if you flip through the pages fast enough, it's like a moving picture.
Right.
I mean, we all have this movie pretty much memorized.
My grandfather promised me to see this movie, and he didn't take me to it, so he gave me the book first. But no, Lion King was amazing. I had the VHS tape, and I knew that tape from front to back. Screw the Morning Report song. It doesn't belong there. And the latest movie was whack. I loved it. My favorite part of the film is be prepared. I know the hyenas march like Nazis, and that's not something to enjoy per se, but they wanted to convey how evil the hyenas were when they were really just desperate to live. But let's go into that. This was an amazing film. Be prepared. Oh, don't get me started. I loved it. Recommend to anybody. It's a classic. I think honestly, we've got a lot of great Disney films. I still think a lot of them are trying to hit us like this and Aladdin for years to come. I don't think anything's really topped it. That's my personal opinion.
Beauty and the Beast.
But yeah, you know what? It was a cultural phenomenon. Yeah. I'm just gonna say this before I move on. Gaston wasn't an evil man. He was a victim of circumstance. Let's go.
Fantastic movie.
Let me tell you something. Around this time, everybody was doing Training Day. I was stuck on Man on Fire with what's her face? Dakota Fanning. Yep.
Yeah.
And the more danger Dakota is in, the better your movie's gonna be.
Yeah.
And the more dangerous he was.
It's too bad.
Man, I was sobbing at the end of this film.
Yes, great me too. Film. Me too. This is the only movie that legit made me cry. The movie's pretty much about, I didn't explain Lion because I figure everybody knows it, but this one, Man on Fire, with Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning, is literally this gentleman right here, Denzel, who he plays Creasy, or Creasy Bear as he's known. He was an ex-mercenary, and he's trying to live a good life, trying to live on narrow straight. He becomes a bodyguard. He's contemplating suicide because of all the things that he's done, and he meets this girl who, was it in Mexico, I believe? Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico.
Whose family's rich. And around this time, there were kidnappings of family members for ransoms. So he gets hired by the rich family, to be a bodyguard for PETA, if I'm not mistaken, her name is. And he finds the will to live through her, which is something kids do You know what I'm saying? But also a redemption. It's a beautiful movie. They end up kidnapping Peter, and he goes on a rampage. He references his other movie, Out of Time. If Underneath the Bridge, he goes, I wish you had more time. And I was like, oh, he did it. I know that where that's from. The ending was so hurtful that I believe this was a true story, and I cried. So this is a great movie. BB Payne was Jeremy Irons. Okay, yeah. I didn't know that. Thank you very much, Ray. I'm a little late seeing this, but yeah, this is a beautiful movie. Definitely go see it if you haven't. I actually have both movies, if I'm not mistaken, DVD and Blu-ray. Let's go forward, shall we? Inception. Listen. I don't know who you are if you don't like this movie. Okay, I don't know who you are, and we probably aren't friends, and we can sit down and talk. Okay, this movie was it. This movie was everything. This like Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my god, this man rarely misses, and I think we all got into it, and it's like, oh, this is dope. A dream within the dream. Is he really stuck there? So really quickly, this is the most simplest summary. Leonardo DiCaprio plays a character who finds a way to live life out in his dreams. He figures out how the brain works, how the body works, whatever. He leaves his wife there because the memory of his wife, I'll say that, because of reason you have to watch the movie for, because I think if I explain it, it'll take away. And at the end, there's a metaphorical question about whether or not he's addicted to reality, the idea of escaping into reality, or being in a dream. Because we never find out if he escapes. Beautiful. I think it's in the next slide where he spins the top. There's a reason why he does that. Beautiful movie. Beautiful. Hit it out the park. Everybody, from the Dark Knight pretty much was here. And just watch it. It's great. Let's go forward, shall we? I'm sorry. The Dark Knight. Come on. I say this to this day. Even if you feel like Heath Ledger copied off of Jack Nicholson's Joker, Jack Nicholson's Joker didn't make you forget that the movie was about Batman. Heath Ledger's Joker did. We were all excited to see the Joker and what he was going to do. And if you just read any of the interviews that he did to make that masterpiece come together, and it's so funny because Batman Begins is like a 7, and this is like a perfect 10. Like, come on. We got to go forward. I'm sorry. I can't get any more hype about it. I'm glad that you loved Inception. We're best friends. Now we know. This scene I just chose because it's funny. Where is she? Movies I will not watch. I fell asleep.
I still haven't seen it.
I fell asleep to this twice. Okay, I watched Pocahontas. I watched Ferngully. I don't need to watch this. I don't.
There was a meme going around. I remember when this movie first came out. Someone took it was the Pocahontas. And it was like the title page, and they crossed off Avatar, put Pocahontas of it, and rewrote everything. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is literally the same movie." Colonizing
another planet. Yep. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna see this. I'm not gonna watch the new ones. I know some people are interested in that. I'm good. Beloved.
Same.
I'm gonna go see it.
Let's move forward.
Me too.
Good for y'all. I feel like the people of lighter skin will. Colonizers. Anyway, love you. Alien versus Predator. I really wanted to make a mashup, but I couldn't. So really what I meant to say was Aliens 3, Alien Resurrection, AVP 1 and 2, and Prometheus. Never watch those movies again. Okay.
What about Aliens Requiem?
Never watch those again. Listen, I'm sorry. These movies were trash. And then especially Alien versus Predator, if you had the chance to read the books were amazing.
Comics were amazing.
Yes, because they made them graphic novels. You're 100% correct. And then we got this trash. Basura. Okay? Pure. All right, let's move forward, shall we? I love the
Did you watch Prey, though?
Yes,
you see the new one, Prey?
Yeah, Prey was amazing. I think we spoke about it maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That was good.
We had Leslie on. Shout out to Les. Thanks for stopping by. Prometheus.
This movie was so dumb. These are the dumbest smart people I've ever seen in a movie.
See,
the dumbest.
It's so bad it made Reggie have a fit. Okay, let's go forward. And The Predator, not Predator, is the one before that. Oh my God! Just why? Just why? Why do you ruin such a
Here
good
comes
thing?
the money.
Right. It's just like it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. The ending didn't make any sense. That guy, I forgot that actor's name. I don't think
Adrian
you're
Brody.
I don't think you're for the movie The Predator. And if you are, the script is not working, bro. It was trash. It was trash, and I hope you never see a script again. Not because you're a bad actor, but this isn't for you. All right? It's not who you are. Get on out of here. All right. I think that's it. Or do I have another one?
You got
Oh, Ocean's 8. Oh my God. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
This
Let me
was
tell you
definitely bad.
Here's the thing, right? Let's call a spade a spade. It's possible that this movie was not made for me as a man. You understand? Female humor for the women out there, I totally get it. But it lacked the substance. It just wasn't there. Her best friend, was the best part of the movie. That was it. The con was amazing. Steal all the jewels during the biggest fashion
Met
event of all
Gala.
time, the Met Gala. Yo, that's beautiful. Great idea. But the what? How do we know?
The execution was bad.
Horrible. And then it became one of those, oh, you don't like female empowerment led roles. No, we do. I love aliens and aliens. Like, come on, Sigourney Weaver. Come on. Although I hate Avatar. I'm sorry, Sigourney. Love you. Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
There's no forward. That's all you got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to give myself a perfect 10 because obviously I'm out here killing the game because they ain't got nothing on me, all right? They ain't got nothing on me.
Haterade over here.
Haterade, definitely.
He's drank his own Kool-Aid.
Listen,
He's
really
drank his
quick,
own Kool-Aid.
really quickly. I think we've had a
He's trying to inception himself into a 10, but the rest of us are awake, Mayhem.
Hold on, let me just spin my top.
Right.
I'm still a 10. All right, so here we go. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. This has been the 4-Letter Nerd, a Hyrule Geek Geeks Unlimited production show. This is the episode before Thanksgiving. So firstly, we hope that you guys are having a safe and loving and caring holiday. If you celebrate the holiday or just the day off to be with your family, because that's always great. Really quickly, can we have everybody go around and say just one thing that they're thankful for? We'll start with Kat, please.
Oh, no, make me last, please.
All right, Reggie. You're now a 7. That's what it's bringing the list down. No, I won't do that. Reggie,
I am thankful for all the friends and family that I have made throughout my life that are still here for us and around for us. I'm thankful for the kids. Even though they're not my biological kids, they're still my kids, and I love them all the same. I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for the loving wife that gave me those wonderful kids.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly wonderful kids. I'm just thankful to be here.
What's Thanksgiving without a little shit?
And exactly, and I'm just thankful for everything. And the boss did say I have to do a quick thing, and I gotta let you guys know about this. And that is for the Sacred Cloth Project. This is section 93 of the Rainbow 25. So there was a giant flag that they made, and they actually brought a section of it here to Colorado Springs because of what happened. And they do have a fundraiser going on, and it is a nonprofit organization. And this is the one that has stepped in the most to help us out in our time of need after everything that happens on Saturday. And go to their site and go and donate if you can, or donate time, donate whatever you can to them help the community that has had such a tragedy happen to them yet again.
You know what? I'm just gonna step in really quickly. If you're still not understanding what's happened is Colorado, the Club Q was, am I saying correctly? Was Club Q, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Was a victim of a hate crime. A very serious hate crime that was befalling them that they didn't deserve. If you can, please donate your time, whatever you can to help people that are undeserving of such a horrible crime. You understand? We thank you nonetheless for at least listening and acknowledging and accepting who we are. Thank you, Reggie. Did you have anything else you want to say before I move on?
No, sir. That was it.
Thank you very much once again to everybody here. Bergie, what are you thankful for? And Kat, you're next.
I'm thankful for everybody, man. Honestly, to the truth, I've been blessed, very blessed in my life of what I've been able to do with friends and family, and my career path and different things I've been able to do. Being able to still be here and hopefully make a difference in some people's lives and do some stuff, and be surrounded by friends that want me around and stuff like that. I think that's what I'm most blessed for. So.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bergie. I appreciate that. I
appreciate you all.
Oh, cry! You're still getting a 9. That's all. Kat, what are you thankful for?
Not to be repetitive with everyone, I'm thankful for their friends and family, which of course I am always very thankful for. I am thankful that even when we're seeing the worst of us, we get to see the best of us at the same time. And I'm thankful that the best of us always, always overcomes the worst of us. On that note, if you are alone and if you're feeling any kind of way and you need someone to reach out to, please feel free to reach out to me. I don't have the numbers offhand, but there are hotlines, there are text numbers that you can do. You do not have to be alone. You're not alone. You are surrounded by people who think the world is so much brighter with you in it. And for those that don't feel that way, we're all part of humankind, right? Yes. So be both. Be human and be kind. So thank you. Mayhem, your turn.
I'm thankful for all of you guys. Listen, I would not be here. Big shout out to Sebastian, who I worked with at Cablevision. I would not have met Michael Bergie, Kat, Mia, and obviously Reggie. I would not have such a great growing family. My own family, my daughter who comes in and out whenever she wants. And now she says, boom, whoop, whoop.
My twin.
Your twin, definitely. You called it.
She's a real star.
Yeah, obviously. And you're laughing.
It's her world. Right. We're just living in it.
She's laughing. I'm also thankful for the people that watch us and give us feedback. Big shout out to Will the Villain, Ariel, who I streamed the other day. Thanks for making the show. Thank you to Ray. Thank you to Steven. Thank you to everybody who stopped by. And, definitely put the input. Thank you, guys. It's amazing to put on this great performance that we do. And it's really just me. I'm out here. Everybody coming to see me. Nobody's coming to see them.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
I knew you get it. No, but seriously, it's really a team effort. We really are passionate and really putting in a lot. Bergie, Kat, the guys work their butts off. Big shout out to Mia as well. Big shout out to Taylor. Even Rebecca, how she do it. Reggie, he shows up. We put in a lot. No, we all work out very seriously. But if I had one thing I was thankful for, guys, you know what it is, right? Happy Thanksgiving!